Hello, Leo. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. But first, we're going to pull, whatever Spirit is going to pick. We are going to pull a card from the Thoth deck. One of my favorites. We're just going to see what the energy... Ooh, the Magician. We just talked my last reading, I just talked a lot about the Magician. So that's a great energy to continue on. This is the Architect. Probably the Grand Architect. Or at least a line to the Grand Architect. This is a being that weaves variables together. One that is very fluid. We have that Mercury, Hermes energy, shape-shifting. So many things, right? Living so many lives. And adaptable. I mean, that's the big adaptable. What else? What else? I just has good vision for things. I mean, really... you can learn to be a magician, of course, or a magus in this case. We're not talking about stage magic, right? We're talking about occult magic, high magic. And this is something you can learn, but I would say for the most part, you begin with an innate ability or a calling towards magic. Even if it takes some years for you to get to that place where you can hear that calling. So there needs to be a love there. A love for this ability to build out worlds and make your ideas material, birthing concepts into the physical, okay? It's not an easy archetype to dwell within. It's not one that most people really want to be. It's like most people want to be the actor, right? They want to be in the spotlight, where the magician is the director, 100%, or probably really the whole behind the scenes crew. Okay, they're the ones running the whole thing, conceiving of it and making it happen. So, not really for everybody, but for a Leo, definitely. You're not afraid of hard work. That's for sure. So anyways, thank you for being here. I am so excited to see you. Oh, look at these beautiful images. It's amazing to me how the tea leaves just always provide. Now, we begin on the corner here with the number 18. It's even that old style 18 or a 1, right? And then we have the 8. Okay, 1 and an 8. Down here we have, it looks like a boat. And you can see 2 people. One standing here and pointing out. Okay, now we have what looks like maybe a lighthouse. To me, it almost kind of looks like an egg with a dragon on it. And over here, we have what looks almost like off in the distance, a tower. Now, up here, we have a fish that is coming near a hook, but it's not quite hooked yet. Now we have another hook here, and it almost looks like this one is getting on the hook, right? If this is the body of the fish and the head up here, it's getting hooked. Now we have a person up here who is probably the one fishing, right? So let's put this all together. We have this very oceanic, kind of watery scene. Okay, we have the people on the boat, we have the fish. Now, the people in the boat represent movement in life, a decision to go from one place to the next, right? You're in a vehicle when you are in a boat or a ship, and you are moving in your intentional direction, okay? We have that lighthouse, which tells me you are being drawn in by something that is moving to you, something that maybe has waken you up out of your slumber, right? And I don't mean like, oh, all of a sudden you're aware that the world isn't as it seems, like, oh, now you're all woke up. That's not what I mean. Although that could be. But what I really feel is like you've been going through life just getting along as much as you can. One thing after another, a crisis here, a big bill there, making up and trying to, catch up and get stuff paid off. And then, just a moment of breath. And then the next thing happens, right? You know what I mean? Like that life just be like that for a lot of us. And I feel like in this time, there's been something that has just grabbed you. It has just grabbed you right up. And there's a passion. There's a passion in this awakening. You are motivated to change some fundamental aspect of your life. I mean, this is something I feel like it's something that you have always wanted to kind of prioritize and do for yourself. But again, the matters of life, the ordeals of life, they take precedence. So I feel that in this changing, there is a sense of obtaining, of confidence in your ability to create, to obtain, to make something happen. Now, you've had some failures. Okay. I feel like definitely there have been moments where you've put money into, going to school and that career didn't work out, or maybe you started a little business and that didn't really work out, or you got into some job. It was like, like you're me, but in sales. Can you imagine? I would talk myself into a sale and then out of a sale in the same conversation. Because that I'm just, I'm not cut out for that kind of work. But, something like that where you're like, oh yeah, I'll get this job. They're hiring. I got it. I could try it. Let's see what happens. And whew, you know what I mean? You've wasted your time, your efforts, maybe a little bit of money, and it feels like a failure. But it's not, right? I mean, kind of it is. But we need to fail. You need to know where you're supposed to be. Sometimes we need to go into the wrong places to realize, like, yeah, not for me. Not for me. But I do see over here, there is a sense of, there's something catching here, right? Now, we also have, if you look, the little heart right there. And it feels like you are starting to love what you're doing, or you have found something in your life that you're passionate about, and you think, well, maybe I'll try to get a job in this field. Maybe this is something I can do. And I feel like for, probably the first time in your life, you get a little money doing something that doesn't completely drain you of your vital resources, of your mental capacity, emotional capacity. There's happiness in this. So I wonder what it is. What is it that you do? If you want to share, please share. But I'm going to see if I can decode. I feel that you're very drawn to music. But But I wonder if I almost wonder if it's something like accounting or like data entry type stuff, or I don't know the modern names for positions in business now. I've never worked in an office before. Well, that's not true. I have. I got fired from a call center kind of job, which felt like working in an office to me. I realize it's probably not the same thing, but it wasn't an office. But yeah, I've never had that kind of job. But, you know, I feel like there's just like a sense of it's repetitive. That's the big thing. I just feel like it's like the same kinds of things. Like you're really good. You're really good at just managing a lot and getting stuff done so quickly. You're like a good self-worker. Like you don't have to like be, nobody has to hold your hand while you do things, right? I wonder if there's like a, I don't know. Like, is there like upward mobility, you know? Are you like, or maybe you're starting your own business. I don't know. I do feel like it's some kind of, like a clerical work of some kind, or I don't know. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. That's what it feels like. But on the other side of things, you're like on this, and here's the deal too, is the person here is moving forward, going into the future. We also have the number 7. Okay. I feel like there's just a sense of knowing what you want and like really being able to see how to get it. Now we have, it looks like maybe the initials BT. We have a person right here. Here's the head. The arm is raised. The body's down here. And it looks like they're throwing something. And down here, it looks like a person catching something. You can see the body, arms out, and this is coming down. Now, I almost kind of feel like it almost feels like, and I don't know, maybe tell me if this like relates to you at all, but it almost feels like there is this reminder that not so long ago, like, I feel like it was like you go through these cycles of like really wanting to, you know, live this way or accomplish this goal, or, you know, this or that. And you go through it and you do this, all the stuff you obtain what you've set out to obtain, to do, to grow, to perform, whatever. And almost immediately you forget the process. Like you forget the accolades. You are really good at putting things down. As soon as it's done, it's down. You're done. You know, no reason to dwell in this. You're like a person that's like, you know, you won like a, you know, some award or something, but you immediately discard the idea that that means anything to you anymore. Like, you've already done that work and that work's done and you got an award for it, and now you're on to the next thing. That's all in the past. But this also says, it looks like it says LOOK. And I feel like there's something for you to be looking in the past for. Because you've been through the situation, you just kind of were like, you know, maybe you went through it and just discarded it from your memory. Like, let's not talk about this again. Let's not do this again. Whatever it is. Or maybe, you lusted for some kind of achievement or meeting a goal, and you did it and you did the work. And as soon as you were done, it just feels like it wasn't even you that was doing that anymore. Now your life has transitioned in such a way. But I feel like there's something important in looking at that work. There's something there. There's a blockage of some kind, or it is a lesson, or it is something in there that you need to you need to find some closure in it. Not closure, but like tying it up, right? Like you've left loose ends. And there's something about it that you're not going to be able to move on until you deal with this matter. It just feels impossible. Now, we also have, it looks like the number 292, if you can see that from here. The interesting thing about tea leaves is that like most things, when you pull it out, the perspective changes, right? So then we see different stuff from far away. Okay, so then we also have, it looks like an arrival home. We have the home here, looks like a little castle even. And then over here we have the body, we have a person holding a sickle, we have maybe just the arm up, and somebody or something in the background there. But I feel like this is like a coming home. Then we have a dog right here. You can see, here's the eye, the mouth is right in here, the ear would be down here, and kind of looking over the situation. So we have this energy of maybe the goddess based on the shape of the body, which would be something like Demeter or Persephone or Hera, or one of these fall goddesses, the harvest goddesses, and coming to the castle with their bounty, right? Coming into the, actually, you know what, for a second, I was like, it looks like 2726. Okay, 2726. I need a drink. I've been yapping for years here. Okay, so bringing the bounty home. So again, this is the reiteration of money coming into the physical world for you. So I feel like this is like in a very practical way. You are building up your life in this next period of time. Like, I heard somebody talking about the other day how wild it is that we live in a time where you'll like rent a place or you'll buy a house or whatever, and you use so much of your income to be able to get into that place or, be there, that like, most of the rooms in the house have no furniture. You have to like buy that stuff over time. Well, I come from nothing background, right? So that's normal to me anyways. But, I do feel like there is this feeling here of building up the world that you have and doing that in the time that you need, right? Not making poor decisions just to get it done faster. So I think that you're very aware and intentional about how you're doing this. You're doing it in a way that is also manageable, right? Realistic for you. And I do feel like this is something that is going to stick because it's something that took time to forge. Okay. And with the dog down there, I feel that there's somebody in your life who is not involved in the core of the thing, but it feels like they like kind of stand out on the edge and root for you. Okay, so you have somebody who is very devoted to you. They're just not super involved in your life. But I feel like you receive that energy. Absolutely. Okay, so over here we have a feminine face right here. Eyes, nose, mouth. Kind of in a sorrowful look. We also have the letter J and a boat. So I do feel like there's maybe a departure. Somebody who is going somewhere away physically. I don't think that it's a core person either. But I think that there was potential there. And I think that's where the sadness is. Maybe a friendship. Maybe this is like a family member that you've been trying to kind of work things out and you're starting to get there and now they're leaving, you know, that kind of thing. So I feel like this is something where if it is important for you to like, you know, really get things worked out, I would do it quickly before they're gone. Okay. And if it's not that big of a deal, well, maybe next time they visit, right? All right, let's do our lucky numbers and then we are going to be done. Number 12. Number 23. And number 69. All right. Well, Leo, I love you. I hope that everything is well for you, that you are happy and safe wherever you are. If you want to help the channel in any little way, you can like, subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk soon. Goodbye.